Welcome to another short study. The other morning as I was reading, I found some interesting things that I'd like to share with you. I want to start with the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 4, which says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." I want to share with you a portion of an article from the Advent Review Extra, September 1850. How common is the remark that this is an age of wonders. The mind can scarce keep pace with the march of improvement. And when the truth of the second speedy coming of Messiah to raise the righteous dead and change the living saints and to usher in the glorious Jubilee, the 7,000 years reign with Christ, the true Bible millennium was proclaimed. The priesthood of Protestant Rome opposed this glorious truth and have taught them that dwell on the earth that there was to be a temporal millennium, and the road which they marked out as leading to it was through the improvement of the arts and sciences, and that by this means the earth would be brought into a high state of cultivation. Society would be improved. A Congress of Nations would be established to adjust and amicably settle all difficulties, and thus all war be avoided, and that all nations would beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, and that nation should not lift up sword against nation, neither learn war any more, and that by means of improvement in navigation, GPS, and magnetic telegraph, the internet, the nations of the earth could communicate with each other as readily as though they lived in one common neighborhood. And thus they, like Jannes and Jambres, have withstood the truth, and deceived them that dwell on the earth, and the fable of the temporal millennium. When in fact the 7 last plagues, and the battle of the great day of God Almighty, when the slain of the Lord will be many from one end of the earth to the other, is just ready to burst upon them in all its fury and vengeance. Now let's go to a news clip from Monday, December 16, 2024, and see this prophecy being fulfilled.
Fair use disclaimer. This content is used under the principles of fair use, as provided for under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. It is used for purposes of commentary, criticism, education, research, or reporting, and is not intended for commercial gain. All rights to the original material remain with the respective copyright holders.
It's an honor to be with you. We'll discuss a couple of points, but I'm honored to welcome one of the most accomplished business leaders of our time, the founder and CEO of SoftBank, everybody knows, Masayoshi Son. Masa runs one of the largest companies in Japan, and thrilled to announce that SoftBank will be investing $100 billion in America, creating 100,000 American jobs at a minimum. Masa, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Howard. My confidence level to the economy of the United States has tremendously increased with his victory. So because of that, I'm now excited to commit this $100 billion and 100,000 jobs. Of course, business is important, technology is important, but one more thing I'm really hoping is that this President Trump would make the world, bring the world into peace again. That this President Trump would make the world, bring the world into peace again. Bring the world into peace again. Into peace again. Into peace again.
Our Bible warns us of these days. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3 tells us, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And we also find in the book of John, chapter 9 and verse 4, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work.
Bring the world into peace again.